Are you thinking about moving to Tolland, Connecticut? Now, a lot of people choose Tolland because it has good schools, good highway access, and you generally get more for your dollar than some of the surrounding areas. But there are some trade-offs, and you really should understand those before buying here. So, let's take a look. My name is Jason Boyce. I'm a local real estate agent here in Central and Eastern Connecticut, and I have passions for fitness, real estate, and family life with my wife Jasmine and our dog Holly. On this channel, we're going to cover everything you need to know about upsizing or downsizing in the state of Connecticut. Thank you for tuning in. Now, let's start by talking a little bit about the location, population, and a general overview of Tolland. So, where is Tolland located? Now, it's in Eastern Connecticut, but northeastern, central Connecticut. In Tolland County, you are east of Vernon, northeast of Manchester. Interstate 84 runs directly through town, so great highway access, and that is a big deal. And typical drive times, you're looking at 25 to 30 minutes to Hartford, about 20 minutes to Yukon, and you're about 40 minutes to Bradley International Airport. Now, population of Tolland is around 15,000 residents. It is a mix blend of rural suburban. Near Tolland Green, you got a mix of some historical colonials. And then going out from there, you got newer subdivisions and developments rolling through 60s, 70s, 80s, and then even into 90s and 2000s. It is generally known as a quiet, residential, and spread out town. People move to Tolland intentionally, not by accident, and they're generally moving there for school system in a rural suburban area to raise a family in a nice, quiet, peaceful area. Now let's briefly touch on the lifestyle here. Almost everything in Tolland is owner occupied. You don't see very many rentals. It's extremely popular with families and people that are upsizing from Vernon, Manchester, or Ellington that want a larger home with more space. It is a slower pace of life than some of the more condensed cities. And there is very limited commercial space. Again, 99% residential. And there are very few public utilities, so almost everything is well and septic. Let's talk a little bit about access to healthcare. Now, for smaller hospitals, you have Rockville General Hospital is about 10 to 15 minutes away. Manchester Memorial Hospital, 15 to 20 minutes away. And then for your major medical centers, both St. Francis and Hartford Hospital are about 30 minutes away for all your major surgical centers, trauma one centers, that type of thing. So you do have a lot of major healthcare options, 30 minutes or less from Tolland. Now let's cover shopping, groceries, your daily amenities, that type of stuff. You have a Big Y in Vernon that's about 10 minutes away. There's a Stop and Shop in Vernon and in Manchester. Both are about 15 minutes away. There is a Market Basket in Manchester, 15 minutes away. If you want something higher end, you have there's a Glastonbury Whole Foods about 30 minutes away. There's a Trader Joe's in Glastonbury and West Hartford, all about 30 minutes away for more higher end natural foods. And then for other shopping, Vernon and Manchester are your go-tos if you want like a Target, Walmart, Home Depots, for your gyms, if you want to go work out, for your restaurants. Most people are generally going to Vernon or Manchester, not a very far drive away for those type of amenities. Now let's talk about the school system. So Tolland School District, it's its own school district, it's not regional, and they have an elementary school, a middle school, and a high school all within town. The graduation rate is around 95%, so very high graduation rate. Most people from Tolland do go on to college. It is generally known for smaller class sizes than the national average, and the schools are very good, above average, consistent, not quite elite. So when you're comparing to like a Glastonbury, Simsbury, or some of the schools in Fairfield County, it's not quite at that level, but it is also not far below, which is why a lot of people move to Tolland. They get a very good school system, but they're not paying those super high-end prices. Now, let's cover the pros of Tolland, Connecticut. So pro number one, very solid, dependable, reputable school system. It's a stable school district, very good graduation rates. There's good opportunities for athletics and strong athletic participation. The school system really appeals to families who want a good school system without the Glastonbury, Simsbury, or Fairfield County prices. Pro number two, you have this quiet, small town New England feel. You have the historic Tolland Green area, and then going out from there, it becomes even a little more rural, residential. There is low traffic, low noise, and people who choose Tolland really tend to value privacy and space. Pro number three, highway access without chaos. So I-84 is easy access from Tolland. It makes access to almost anywhere in the state easy and accessible. You're close to Hartford, less than 30 minutes. You're 20 minutes from Yukon. You're only 15 minutes from Manchester. So all your shopping, you can get anywhere and anything in less than 30 minutes. So it makes it a good place to live if you want quiet but easy access to all your amenities. Pro number four, you get more space and privacy for the money. So generally than some of the surrounding towns, you have larger lots. There's newer construction than some of the surrounding towns. So it really is a great space for families, people looking to upsize, people who own dogs want space for their pets to run around. Let's actually take a look at, I'll give you some numbers about the real estate market. Let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see here, median sale price in the state of Connecticut in the blue, $420,000. Median sale price in Tolland in the green, $438,000. So compared to the state average, Tolland is only a little bit above the state in general. But we talked about good school system and kind of some of the areas it competes with. If you're looking at as an alternative like a Glastonbury, median sale price here in gold, $575,000. So one of the benefits of Tolland that we're seeing a lot of people moving into Tolland looking at is the amount of house they get for the money and the good school system and a good place to raise a family, but their money goes further. And then if you compare that to like a Fairfield County with some of the other elite school districts, you're looking at a median sale price of $662,000. Now, it is currently December of 2025. We're going to look at some extra stats just to give you an idea of what the market looks like. So there are in any given month around 30 to 35 houses listed for sale in Tolland. So there's a moderate selection of homes at any given time to choose from. But here we got days on market. Houses are selling quick. Right now, median days on market is at about 6. And houses are selling for about 5% over list price. So Tolland, it is a desirable town. So know that it is competitive. And for the houses that are priced right, listed well, that type of thing, know that on average, you're going to be paying about 5% over list price. And you got to move quickly. Stuff is selling. Median days on market is around 6. And pro number 5 about Tolland, there's a very strong sense of community. There's an active library, very active youth sports and school events, and they're very well attended. There's a very visible town leadership and board of education. So the town really rallies around the things that it provides. Now let's look at the cons of Tolland, Connecticut. So con number 1, the schools are very good, but it's not a top tier. If you definitively want a top 10 Connecticut school, Tolland is going to be just outside of that. Con number 2, there are limited restaurants, entertainment, and nightlife. So within town, very few destination restaurants, there's no nightlife. You'll more than likely be driving to Manchester, talking 20 minutes, or Hartford, 30 minutes, for those types of things. Con number 3. There is less diversity than many of the surrounding towns. If racial and cultural diversity is something that's important to you, know that there is just less of it in Tolland. It does show up in the schools and the community. That matters to some buyers, not to others. Just something that I want to mention because it is true. Con number 4, property taxes shouldn't catch anyone off guard. They vary by neighborhood. For out-of-state buyers, depending on where they're coming from, they're much lower than some areas and higher than some. So definitely look at your taxes. As far as some of the surrounding towns, they are very moderately priced. So if you're living within Connecticut, nothing that's going to surprise you, but just something I want to mention depending on where you're coming from if you're watching this video. And con number 5, Tolland is not walkable or trendy. There's no walkable downtown. There's no buzz. But that is by design, and just I'm pointing it out because it's not for everyone. So, quick wrap. Who is Tolland really for? It's a great fit if you want quiet living, if you want space and privacy, if you want a very good school system, and also easy access to highway for travel. Tolland is not for someone that wants top tier, absolutely elite academics, walkability in a nightlife, or a diverse urban environment. Those are places that Tolland doesn't quite meet. Now, if you are deciding between some of the surrounding towns, Tolland, Hebron, Vernon, Bolton, Coventry, I have done videos for all these towns, so scroll through all my videos. We have pros and cons videos for all the surrounding areas. My name is Jason Boyce. I'm a local realtor. I cover these areas. If I can help anyone you know buying or selling in these areas, reach out. I'm here to help. I like to provide a consultative review to give you all the information you need to make a decision of what's best for your family. So I'm here to help. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please help support the channel, smash that like button, and send this to anyone who you think might find this information helpful. Thanks.